The rule of 72 works two different ways. The first way is that you would take 72, you're going to divide it by the rate that you're expecting to get, and that'll take you how long it takes to double. So let's talk about that way for just a second. If I know that on my investment I'm going to be getting 12%, I can take 72 and divide it by 12. Now, you do not need to change this to a decimal. Just leave it as 12. 72 divided by 12 tells you that it's going to take about 6 years to double that investment. So, whatever that amount is, whether you're putting in $1,000, that'll become $2,000 in 6 years. Whether you're putting in $10,000, that'll become $20,000 in 6 years. So, the amount doesn't really matter. It just tells you the amount of time it's going to take, whatever it is that you put in, to double. The other way that this works is that you can take 72 and divide it by the time that you have in order to figure out the rate that you need. So, if, for instance, let's say in the next 6 years, I plan to buy a house and I have $10,000 and I want to turn that into $20,000, then I would take 72 divided by 6, the number of years that I need, and that'll give me a 12% interest rate that I need to hit in order to turn that money or that $10,000 into $20,000. So I wanted to go through an example with you guys. This tends to be the one that kids struggle with the most. So I'm going to pull it up right here. It says, if you invested $250 at 16%, how much will you have after 18 years? Oops. So let me go ahead and write that down. So we have 250. Sorry, it's kind of hard to write on this thing, but so we have 250 at 16. Yeah, 16%. And we want to see how much in 18 years. Okay. So the first thing we know is we have the rate, right? And so using the rule of 72, I'm going to take 72 and divide it by 16. And that's going to give me 4.5. And what that means, it's going to take 4.5 every 4.5 years. It's going to double. So I like to solve this one by making a little chart. So at 0 years, so basically starting out, we have $250. And we know that every 4.5 years, that's going to double. So in 4.5 years, that $250 now becomes $500. In another 4.5 years, so now after 9 years, that $500 now becomes $1,000. And you're going to keep that trend going until you hit 18 years. And that amount right there is going to be the answer to that question.